Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I'm excited today. I have so many things to talk to you about. I have a drugstore dupe to test out for Charlotte Tilbury. I have a new foundation stick from NYX. I have the new bronzer from L'Oreal. I'm testing some base products from The Ordinary. I got lots of fun drugstore things to try out, some new things, some established favorites. I hope that sounds good. Just keep watching. I put on my Lottie London brow pencil. I thought that was only fitting because I'm going to be testing out the Lottie London mascara that is a reported dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury push-up lashes. So I broke out the Lottie London. I think the color is a little bit too light for me. I got this in my Walmart subscription box. I will link that playlist for you. When I use it, I will use it in conjunction with my NYX Lift and Snatch. I don't always use this. This is like the fixer. The NYX Lift and Snatch, if I feel like my brow pencil isn't looking as smooth as it could be, I just throw in a couple of flicks of this and it fixes it right up. So that is the brow combo. I pulled out my Milani eyeshadow primer. I do not give this enough love. It is getting to the bottom. I also have my Kiko Milano matte primer on. Oh, I am testing out a new concealer today, so I wanted to give it a fair shot. I'm loving my Becca under eye brightener, so I only put it under one eye because I want to see if this new concealer is going to be affected by that. So I wanted to be fair. This eye has it, this eye does not. Starting with the eyes, I am going to use my Jcatbeauty eyeshadow palette. This is the Dia and Noche 15 shadow eyeshadow palette, and this one is the Dia. I love this palette. I use it all the time. It is under $10, very inexpensive. You can find Jcat at Ulta online, maybe in stores, but I have another Jcat product that is new to the market to play with, so it inspired me to pull out this palette. I want to play in some of these blues today. I am going to start with this peachy shade in my crease. This is a Makeup Revolution brush that I am using. And I just want to throw this on as a natural transition shade. If you're not familiar with the creator Nakia Joy, I got this idea from her. She uses peach a lot, no matter what eye look she's creating, as a natural, if you have a skin tone similar as mine and hers, as a natural transition. I used to think that if I was doing a cool tone look, I couldn't use a peach in the transition, and she said that you absolutely can, and when I tested it out, by golly, she was right. I washed my brushes and forgot to bring them in here, so we're gonna make do. I'm going to take this blue shade right here, this bright blue, and this is an Ulta Beauty brush that I got in a free set, and I'm gonna go right in this outer corner and just push this into my inner crease area. And if we have any fallout, we'll fix it. But this is a very nice palette. I do enjoy it very much. They have a few of these palettes in their collection. I would love to have more. I'm basically just putting this deeper shade in so that we can blend that lighter blue onto the lid. A little bit of fallout, not a big deal. We can clean that up later. Going into this shimmering blue shade. A little bit crumbly, but creamy on the eye. Pretty, right? Go ahead and clean up this fallout. I want to remind you, if you ever do have fallout, I always keep makeup wipes next to me to do that, but always remember to rehydrate under your eyes when you do that. When you take that wipe, you're taking away all the moisture out from underneath your eyes. So if you have crepiness, you don't want to do that. And because I lost my Becca on this eye because I cleaned up, I'm going to throw a little bit of the Becca under eye brightener back on there. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back into that peachy shade. Just to make the look more cohesive, I'm going to take that blue shade that I did in the inner crease and just take it on the outside, just so that we can pull the blue from the top to the bottom a little bit. Have you all seen the new Glamlite collab? They just did a collab with Frosted Flakes, and it is all blue and orange. I definitely feel like this is the look. But I like it. It's very different. We're pulling the warm and cool tones together. I have my Believe Beauty black liner that I have been enjoying so much. I'm going to put a little bit of this on the upper and lower waterline and a little bit on that outside edge. Smudge that a little bit. Let's move into the complexion. I want to talk a little bit about The Ordinary. I have 3 products from The Ordinary that I have been using on the regular. The first one is the Argireline Solution 10%. Serum that targets visible signs of aging, improves the appearance of facial areas prone to developing dynamic folds, including around the eyes and in the forehead area. I have been using this for at least 6 months. I do enjoy it, and of course my favorite thing about it is that it's $8.50. I use it as a serum. I will use a toner, and then this is the next product that I go in with. The other product that I use is this one here. It is the Alpha Arbutin 2% plus HA. This one is a concentrated serum with pure alpha arbutin and hyaluronic acid for more visibly even-toned skin. This is mostly targeting dark spots, so uneven skin tone. This one, same idea. I've been using this one for at least 6 months, and this one, my favorite thing is that it costs $10. The last one is this one. This is The Ordinary's Niacinamide powder. It is 100% niacinamide, and this is in a powder form. It comes with a little spatula, and you mix it with one of your serums. This one is for pores, uneven texture, and oils, and this is $5.80. Other products that I use that I haven't tried from The Ordinary is I use different brands of eye creams. You see in Boxycharm I get a lot of eye creams, and a moisturizer, and I usually use a matte moisturizer. So my point is, I love The Ordinary, and I saw that The Ordinary has a foundation and concealer. So I picked up the Ordinary Serum Foundation. It is in the shade 2N. I also picked up their concealer. Now this one says high coverage concealer. This is newer to the market. This is also in the shade 2N, but these were both extremely inexpensive. Here is what the foundation looks like. I believe you're supposed to shake it because it's very thin. I did bring my beauty sponge in. I was a good girl for once and remembered my palette. But you can see, I just put 2 pumps on here, and you can see how thin it is. Let's see what kind of coverage we can get out of this. All right, so that was 1 tap in with my sponge. Alrighty. The skin looks good. I'm going to put a little bit more on the palette and see if I can build up coverage on my red spots. I could probably also get more coverage if I used a brush. I just felt like using a sponge today. Okay, I'm happy with that. It has a somewhat luminous finish, but I did bring powder in. What do you think? Let's check out this concealer. This is what that looks like. This is definitely thicker. And I used a very small amount. I would rather build up than have too much product. Okay, the color is not, it's a little bit more my skin tone than I would say brightening. Let's just put it on my trouble areas. Gonna add a little bit more. Okay, the under eyes look pretty good coverage. I would say so far I'm feeling good about this. Teensy bit tacky to the touch. The next product that I am super excited to talk about is a workaround. So Huda Beauty came out with her limited edition Cherry Blossom powder. I love my Huda Easy Bake powder that I have in, remember the shade, but I will post it for you. I love that powder, one of my favorites. I was not able to pick up the Cherry Blossom powder and now it's gone. So I was on a mission. I wanted to find a pink setting powder and I found one from Morphe. They have their Bake and Set setting powder and this is in the shade Brightening Pink. I'm putting some in the cap. Very fluffy brush. This one I got from Boxycharm. Anything to brighten my eyes, I say yes please. We will check at the end of the video to see if it looks creepy. But so far they look smooth and nice. I forgot to mention I did throw a little bit of my Jason Wu lip plumping gloss on just to have something on my lips. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with a little bit of my Wet n Wild clarifying powder. I just can't stay out of it. I love this powder. And I'm just gonna do a light dusting so that my face isn't tacky feeling. To get a little bit of that shine. NYX came out with their Wonder Sticks. They have blushes, they have bronzer highlights, so I was excited to pick one up. I love my Wet n Wild contour sticks, but this is the Wonder Stick. I picked this up in the shade Medium. This side looks like it is the highlight. Let's go ahead and swatch that. Looks pretty. On the other side is a bronzer, and that is what that looks like. The tone looks beautiful. You could do it on your face, but I'm more comfortable just drawing on my palette here. Tap it in. Ooh. Well, that seems easy. Drew a couple lines up here. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. Looks gorgeous. I did not do this side of my face because I want you to see the other new bronzer that I picked up, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. I also picked this one up in the shade Medium. I love a lot of their fresh wear products, so I'm very drawn to this, and I just love bronzer, and when it's at a drugstore price, this is what it looks like. It has, whew, it has a mirror inside. And I'm using a more of a fluffy brush than a dense brush because this is a powder product. Very pigmented. By the way, on my eyes, I'm not seeing a difference with that Becca. So maybe that's a time will tell sort of thing with the crepiness, but still saying good things about that Ordinary concealer. This bronzer looks beautiful. looks maybe a little cooler toned than the NYX. I also feel like it is more matte than the NYX. I'm gonna set the NYX side with a little bit of powder, with a little bit of this powder. Maybe build this one up a little bit so we can look even. I do have places to go today. Put a little bit on the sides of the nose. Here. Now let's go into the highlight side, and I'm going to put two different highlighters on I have to play with today. We're going to take the NYX, and I'm going to draw it on my face. See if I can pat it out with my fingers. Okay, it's pretty subtle. See if I can put on another layer here. But the subtle highlight is the trend right now. Do we like it? I think we like it. On the other side, I picked up the Flower Beauty. This is their Spotlight Liquid Highlighter, and I got mine in the shade Gleam, which is a rose gold. So I think it unlocks, and now I'm gonna squeeze. Ooh, I see it coming. Do you see it coming out the top there? Okay, let's see. Ooh, that looks intense. I'm gonna use my finger. Oh, it's pretty. It's like a pinky peach. Can you see that? I didn't want to go too crazy with it. It's not disturbing the makeup underneath, which I appreciate. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to put a little bit on this side since the NYX was so mild. And I want to match. Very nice. I definitely like this better than the Makeup Revolution one that I got. That one just came out strange. Maybe I got a bad one, but it came out strange and I would notice it would mess up my makeup sometimes. So good job, Flower Beauty. For blush, Jcat had a new product on Ulta's website called the Blush Mallow Blush, and I opened it to swatch it and it looks really pretty. It is in the shade Dolly Peachy. I like to put, if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you leave. I like to do bronzer, highlight, and then blush in the middle. So I'm going to go in with this Blush Mallow with my e.l.f. Putty Primer brush. And I'm going in very light-handed because I had a feeling this would be very pigmented. But Jcat is super inexpensive. If you've tried anything from them, let me know because I would like to try more. Wow, that is pretty. Super light-handed, and it just goes into the skin really, really easy. Ooh. Little sun-kissed look. I like that. So I'm going to curl my lashes. If you've not seen Saturday's video, I decluttered a bunch of mascaras, but one of my very favorites was this one from Lottie London. This is the Lottie London Super Fake, and I told you I was gonna test it up against the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. I got a little baby, and we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna do the Lottie on my left, and I really enjoy this mascara. I hope this is a fair test because my Lottie mascara is a little bit older, but I don't want to open my back up because I just got a bunch of new babies. But let me put one coat of this on. I love the little wand. I love how fast it builds up. And on the other side, I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up. Definitely feels like a wetter formula, but again, that's probably my bad because my Lottie is a few months old. I'm gonna go in with second coats and I'll be right back. I am back and I am happy and sad to report that the Charlotte did give me a little bit more than the Lottie. It did start to get a little bit of clumpiness, but I like that. I went the biggest, boldest, longest lashes ever. I still love this mascara, but this one is really nice. However, one review said that they had some big troubles with smearing and running, so I will keep you posted. I have to take my son to the hospital tonight for more x-rays. If you saw my update video on Monday, he's having some GI issues. Everything is going much better. Hopefully we get some good news with this x-ray, but I will be in the hospital with my mask on, and I feel like everything gets a little melty with that. So I'll keep you posted if one eye runs more than the other, because you know I like my tubing on the bottom. But for testing purposes, we're Lottie and Charlotte. Took off my lip plumper, and for lips I just have my Morphe Sweet Tea, a favorite. And I have not shown my Milani Tease. This is their matte lip fetish lipstick. Love in a while, although it is quite used. Let's go ahead. Beautiful neutral nude. I'm going to use my ColourPop brow wax to set these brows in place. Looking good. For gloss, I'm going to throw my Jason Wu Lip Plumping Gloss back on top. Beautiful, glossy, minty, not sticky. And for setting spray, I'm just going to use this one from Shop Missy. This is the dollar website that I enjoy so much. I'm gonna go ahead and check those eyes. They look good, and I cannot tell a difference between where the Becca is and where it is not, so that is a good sign. These products from The Ordinary, so far so good. Very inexpensive drugstore option that you can grab on Sephora. My skin looks great. I'm liking the smoothness. We'll see how it wears. The Morphe Bacon Set Brightening Powder, I like it a lot. I think it looks really good. I think my under eyes look fabulous. The bronzer and highlight from NYX, super easy, blended like a dream. Fantastic. I would love to try the blushes. Let me know if you've tried any of these, but they looked great. The one from L'Oreal, I expected it to work well, and it did. It was smooth, it was matte. They look great. These are both winners in my book. Loved the blush. I think it looks great. As a matter of fact, I might need just a touch more. Love that consistency and love the price. The highlight on the NYX, if you're looking for a more understated highlight, at least in this medium tone, this one is for you. If you're looking for more blinding, if you're into the dupes, try this one from Flower Beauty. There's so much from Flower Beauty that I enjoy. It went on super easy. I tapped it out, and I am not a finger blender type of person, so if it was easy for me, it will be easy for you. Then the mascaras. The Lottie London, I think, did great. This Charlotte Tilbury, I do like it. I like it a lot. Are these dupes? I don't think so. I can see a difference between the two. I feel like the Charlotte gave me more length and volume, but I still enjoy the Lottie very much and think it is a great option. If you enjoyed yourself, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing before you leave. I love to play with high-end. I love to play with drugstore. I love to play with all things makeup. Hope you will join me. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.